Yo, what up, you guys? This is Cursed KRAKE-RAKEN here, aka the KRAKE-RAKEN. I just thought today I would talk to you guys about some Amazon Balisongs. Now, I cannot palm fan. But yeah, so today thought I'd go over a few Amazon Balisongs, and one thing I just want to say was that clones besides the Benchmade 51 are really starting to make their way into Amazon. Yeah, so like here, this is an $18 JK Orca clone off Amazon. It is wretched, absolutely horrid. It flips so bad. It's made of stainless steel. Tolerances are obviously horrible. The tang pin is looking to run away on me. It's flippable, but unless you're looking for like a cheap gag gift for a friend, or just something to laugh at for 18 bucks and keep in your collection as a little gag piece, don't get this. I'm not gonna link it, but yeah, thing is horrible. Yeah, don't get it. Next, as we all know, there's some pretty decent beginner Balisongs on Amazon, like the Marcolo Comet. I won't say much about this. Pretty much everyone knows. It's good at the beginning, does get tapped, still is a good trainer, bit blade bias. I do recommend putting some zippy weighted end caps on it if you're going to get this. Mine are currently not on here because they are living on my super modded Squiddy. Yeah. Don't know if you can tell, but all these bumps, I put like 5 or 6 zippy tungsten weights in my blade, as well as the zippy weighted end caps and some foam in there so that this thing just has a bit more substance to it, because gotta love that. And this fits the theme of the video because they technically sell these on Amazon. So boom, there's that. Still not great. Whatever. And then, as we all should know by now, there's the Volp. Probably one of the, if not the best, beginner Balisong in its price range of about $64 to $65, not including tax or shipping. But yeah, really great. Really great to learn ladder tricks on because of the obviously insane jimping. Yeah. But as to be expected with any cheaper product, the Anno is, it's not horrible. It's not the best. It's kind of slippery. But, all in all, really good trainer. Will Hirsch did an amazing job on this. I will not shit on him. He's amazing. But the main one I wanted to talk about today, which reminds me a lot of the Flightanium Lucha, is this guy. Let me just remove my zippy light up end caps. They help this thing along quite a bit. Oh, there that goes. But yeah. So this is the main thing I want to talk about today. I don't quite remember the name of it. I will put it in the description. But this thing is a $32 aluminum bearing trainer. It's very similar to the Flightanium Lucha. Now, I will say this one is a clone. I actually bought this from Balisong Flipping himself. I don't typically support clones, but it was 50 bucks. He was selling it. I got it. This was my second Balisong after my Marcolo Comet, so don't judge me there. I don't typically support clones unless it's something that I really want, but they don't have any drops anymore, or the actual knife is just too expensive for me to ever afford. Those are the only times I condone clones. Yeah. But the bearings on the Lucha are obviously going to be a bit better. The handles are much longer. Like a pivot longer. But it makes a big difference. This thing is more blocky than this. This is pretty blocky in and of itself, but it just doesn't quite feel as heavy in comparison. Yeah. This one definitely is heftier. The weight feels more condensed in the blade as there are no actual cutouts in it. Yeah. You could sharpen this if you wanted to. Good luck with that. But yeah, this was at $32. Let's see, what else do I talk about? Definitely put end caps on here because there's too much weight in the blade, and it flips okay, but chaplains are kind of iffy without a little bit extra weight in the handles. Personally, I've found that the zippy light up end caps weighted out perfectly, in my opinion. What else do I gotta talk about on this thing? The ano, right? Flat sides, no speed, no channels, no nothing, except for on the sides, which are great. But on the flat side, I would say that the ano is comparable, if not a little bit better than the Volps. It's not very slippery at all. Yeah. Oh, a big thing to mention about this, the company actually sent me the wrong blade. The original blade was supposed to kind of be squiggly up the sides on both sides of the blade and come to a spear point. For whatever reason, I didn't end up getting that one, but I'm not complaining. I like this more. The hardware is horrible. You will strip the screws if you do not have good bits. I believe this is either a T8 or a T6. It's definitely not T10. As a bearing balisong, there's not going to be any tap, and there will be play, but only if you're forcing it. And play with no tap doesn't really matter unless it's a live blade because there's no edge to ruin. The last thing about this, I would say, is this freaking Zen pin nipple is absurd. It ate up my thumb. I don't know if you can see that. And it's not great, but for $32, like half the price of the Volp, if you're looking for a really confident flipper, do this one, you know? For any beginners, if they're seeing this, don't put heavy lubricants in a bearing balisong. Do thinner, probably more like oil-based lubricants, or otherwise you'll gum up the bearings and then you'll have to take it apart and clean it. And I do not recommend taking this thing apart. The bearings are weird. They're hard to set in because there's no inlay for them, so you gotta put the steel washer on top on both sides, then try and pinch the bearings together while fitting them in the handle, and they will shoot out unless you have a nice pivot tool, pivot aligning tool, and other things like that. It can get really annoying, so don't take it apart. But yeah, let's see. Other things, Amazon, there's some Glider Arctic clones on there. I don't recommend buying them. I haven't tried them, but again, try not to support clones. There's also a $27 replicant clone on Amazon. Definitely not under the name replicant. Good luck finding it. I don't recommend getting it either. It doesn't look very great. But yeah. Overall, Amazon's Balisong game is leveling up, along with all of the camping knife balisongs that are live blades advertised as not live blades that are on there that I recommend you avoid because you will probably hurt yourself, as they're probably very horribly made, and a lot of them look like they're double-edged or something like that. Just avoid those. They're not worth it. Get yourself a good knife if you're gonna get one. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say in this video. Yeah. Well, catch you guys on the flip side.